You step outside your door onto your street and what do you see? Maybe weeds along the side of the road, maybe a ditch. Well, you know what I see? I see food, I see medicine, I see art supplies, for crying out loud. I'm talking about foraging, I'm talking about wild crafting. This show is all about wild crafting wonders. I'm not an expert, but neither are you. So why don't we go out there and explore together and see what we can find. Wild crafting wonders. Let's do this thing. Check this stuff out. All along the hillside here, next to where I run in my neighborhood, there's all this beautiful green growing stuff, and it's not weeds. Well, it's weeds. People think of them as weeds, but I think of them as food. This stuff is actually called miner's lettuce. I've never actually had it before, but I've been thinking about trying it. Apparently, this stuff is extremely good for you. It's full of vitamin C. And the Native Americans used to eat it. The miners who came out here during the gold rush in 1849, they started eating this stuff too because it has lots of vitamin C and it can keep scurvy away. So, you know, in a lack of citrus fruit, this stuff was plentiful throughout Northern California, and it may very well grow where you live. I'm going to try it today and see if see if the legends are true. You can actually eat this roadside stuff. Let me pick a good fresh looking one. It's springtime here, and that's the best time to pick the purslane or winter purslane or miner's lettuce. So I'm gonna hate to waste food, but I'm gonna find one that's a little fresher looking. As it gets on towards summer, these things can get a little bit bitter. That's probably due to the oxalic acid that's in them that builds up as they get older and older. Also, you know, obviously if it's by the road, you don't want to be too close to the side of the road or too low because, you know, people walk their dogs, you know, need I say more? Well, supposedly you can eat everything. The stem, the leaf, and the flower. So I'm gonna check it for bugs real quick here. Looks pretty good, and let's try it. You know, it is rather lettucey. It's it doesn't have any big bold flavor to it, but it does remind me of like a butter lettuce. They're pretty good. I don't taste the vitamin C, but supposedly it's in there. All right, let's harvest some and take it back home and see what it tastes like as a real salad. Okay, so you're looking for these, you know, these little flowers on them that they have like 5 petals basically, and it comes right up through it's pretty easy to identify. You know, a little 5-petaled flower, and it comes up through the center of the leaf, the main leaf. And the leaf can be round or it can be spade shaped, or, you know, it depends on the age of the thing. Don't take too much, and definitely follow the rule of wild crafting. Number 1 rule is don't over harvest. You know, leave some for the rest of nature to enjoy. Take just what you need when you need it. Make sure that you don't take it all from the same spot. You don't want to denude the forest. All right, I've got a nice little bouquet of breakfast miner's lettuce. And you always want to wash off your miner's lettuce. You don't want to, you know, spot a road. I mean, you know, cars are driving by, and maybe there's some dogs in the neighborhood. You know, you always want to make sure your salad is nice and fresh. You know, no bugs in it. You know, you don't want to eat bugs. Once you got your lettuce, your salad all clean and fresh, time to dress it up. I think I'd like to keep the flowers tops intact. Yeah, and then just cut the stems up maybe. Probably should have picked a lot more, but oh well. Yeah, it's just a sampler. And I like a little bit of sesame oil on my salad. Just a little bit. Give it some extra flavor. There we go. Olive oil is really good too. And this stuff is really awesome. This is the Anointed Olive Company in Ormond Beach, Florida, makes these amazing flavored vinegars. This one is I believe key lime. Let's see. Yep, I think this is key lime. So good. Sprinkle a little of that on. All right. And of course, top it off with some Himalayan pink sea salt. Ah, yes. I can tell this is going to be good already. All right. Toss it around a little. We're ready for salad. Ooh. All right. Let's see what this is like. Miner's lettuce salad. Oh man, that is awesome. That's as good as something you get in a restaurant. And it's all free. Right there, right outside your front door. I'm telling you. See if this stuff grows in your neighborhood and give it a try. It's delicious. I mean, obviously the miners back in the day probably didn't have salad dressing. Maybe they did. They probably carried salt and some oil to cook with. So yeah, they probably had it just as good as this. You know what I might try with this? I might try sauteing some of this stuff just slightly with olive oil and salt and garlic. That would be amazing. Oh yeah, I gotta try that next. Well, that's the show for now. I hope you liked it, and if you did, like and subscribe please so we can do more of these cool shows. And if you think of anything I can test out or explore or experiment with in nature, send it my way. Put it in the comments below and I'll try it out. All right? See you next time on Wild Crafting Wonders. Get out there and try stuff. But do it carefully and do your research.